Hi, this is Shelley from Miami Physiotherapy and Lakelands Physiotherapy. I sent an email out to everybody in our database yesterday talking about a test that you can do to test out your longevity in your life. So I want to show you the demo of how to actually perform the test so you can have a try yourself at home and you can score yourself and see how you go. So this was a test, it's called the Stand, Sit, Stand test. It was designed by a Brazilian physician and it's been tested and proved to be a way of measuring people's longevity. What it's actually testing is your muscle function, strength, and your balance and coordination. So a few things, but they're the things that you need to stay on your feet, to get up and down off the floor, to maintain your balance. So as I've mentioned previously, if you fall over and fracture your hip as an older person, you are at a 90% chance of mortality in that year after a hip fracture. And it's not got to do with the hip fracture. The hip fracture is a sign of your body systems breaking down, your lack of physical strength and your lack of balance. So this is what we're trying to do, is prevent people from falling, keep people as strong as possible so they can manage what they need to do from day to day. So the way this works is you're standing from a standing position. You need to get yourself down onto the floor and then get yourself back up without using your hands. Every time you put your hand down, either onto the floor or onto your knee, or put a knee down onto the floor, you lose a point. So you've got a maximum of 5 points going down, 5 points coming up. So I'm going to do the test and then I'll tell you afterwards what the different scores mean. Now, I'm not very flexible in my hips. So the easiest way to do this is to cross your legs and come down into a cross-legged position and come back up. You don't have to do it cross-legged. So I'm going to show you my version, we'll see how we go. So standing here, we cross our legs. We're going to come down straight onto the ground without using your hands. Now for me to get up in this position, I can come back up like this. So I would score 10 out of 10 in that position. If you come down and then you can't get back up, if you touch your hand down or if you push on your legs, so that would be -2 points to come up. If you wobble, you lose half a point as well. So we just start deducting points depending on how you do the test. Now, when they did this, when they did the big test, they used 2,000 individuals, a bit over 2,000, aged between 51 and 80. They followed these people for 6.3 years and looked at how many died during that time frame. So then they compared that to the people with the different scores in this test. And what they found is if you scored above 8, so 8 to 10, doing pretty well, you're most likely going to still be alive in another 6.3 years, so that's good. If you scored between 3 and 8, you have twice as much chance as dying as those other people. So that's affecting your chance at a long life. If you score less than 3, 6 times more likely to die than those people that scored over 8. So don't freak out if you scored a lower score than what you're thinking. Doesn't mean you're necessarily going to die in 6 years. It means that you have a functional strength issue and you can prevent problems by coming to see us and doing some strength training with us, and we can show you that and how to do it. Now, big disclaimer here, if you don't feel safe getting down on the floor, please don't do this. Come and see us if you think you've got a problem with your strength and your function, and we can give you some different tests to do instead. And I'm going to show you some different tests over the next few weeks that we'll go through as well. So if you feel comfortable, give that test a go. If you don't feel comfortable, don't. Either way, if you want us to check you out or if you score badly and you want us to do some work with you, give us a call at either of our clinics and we will go through some further strength testing for you and then put you on a program and sort you out. Hope that's been helpful. Catch you again next week.